What's up everybody and welcome back to the YouTube channel. One of the biggest moments by far in Avengers Endgame is when Hawkeye, now Ronin, and Black Widow travel to the planet of Vormir. Although Hawkeye and Black Widow seem unaware about what is about to occur, we know full well as an audience what occurred with Gamora and Thanos in Infinity War, and that in order to acquire the Soul Stone, it requires a sacrifice of its own. What eventually played out is one of the most heart-wrenching scenes in all of MCU history, as both Hawkeye and Widow fight one another for who will jump off of the cliff and give their life for the Soul Stone. In the final film of Avengers Endgame, and what the directors ultimately decided on, it was Black Widow that gave her life to obtain the Soul Stone, as in their explanation, they believed that Hawkeye had a family and that this was appropriate for the arc of Black Widow, somebody who started out as an assassin and ultimately ended up giving her life as a complete and total hero. However, this was not the only way that Black Widow went out, as the Russo brothers revealed in an alternate scenario that they developed, it was actually far different, and a lot more fast-paced than what we ultimately got in Avengers Endgame, explaining what they had was more action-packed, but what ultimately resulted was a more intimate moment between Widow and Hawkeye. The Russos revealed to us that in the original depiction of Black Widow's death, Thanos and his army was said to arrive on Vormir and attack, and that Hawkeye and Widow were going to have a brief action sequence fighting off Thanos' army and Thanos himself, as the Mad Titan slowly approached them. It was here going to be where Black Widow would jump off of the cliff to save Hawkeye's life, as well as give her life to obtain the stone. But this is the Russo brothers' exact description of this alternate death scene. On script and what we first shot was an excellent scene. Thanos and his soldiers show up on Vormir and a small battle ensues between them, Natasha, and Clint. Natasha decides to run off the cliff. Clint tries to stop her while also fending off the oncoming attack. What's interesting about this is they actually showed it to test audiences, and they said that it had a very positive reaction. However, the Russos did decide to scrap this version of the scene and to make it more intimate, and these are their comments on that. It was reshot to make it more intimate between Clint and Natasha, which fully worked in the end version of the movie. We just came up with a better idea, something that served Natasha a little bit more. So as they explained, the ultimate reason as to why this was cut is because they wanted the moment to be a little more somber for Black Widow's death, and they didn't want a major action sequence going on. And in the end, although it would have been cool to see Thanos on Vormir again, approaching Natasha and Clint, I like what we ultimately got, and a more sad and elongated outcome to the death of Black Widow, one of the original 6 Avengers. It would have been interesting though to see Hawkeye and Black Widow enter a battle that they knew they full well could not win, as Thanos slowly approached. That seems like a very menacing scene, but again, it didn't serve fully well the character of Black Widow, which is why it was changed. This wasn't supposed to be a big action sequence and moment for Thanos. This was the moment and the end moment for Black Widow, which is what the Russos ultimately decided to focus on and make it a little bit more heroic. Heroic in the sense that there's not something externally that is pushing Black Widow to jump off of the cliff that is slowly approaching, but the fact that Black Widow, Natasha, exactly knows what she has to do and then does that thing, because she is a hero, not because some external force is prompting her to do so, or at least do so immediately. But that was the alternate version, an alternate take on Black Widow's death in Avengers Endgame, and how Thanos and his army was set to arrive on Vormir, and there was set to be a small action sequence between Hawkeye, Widow, and Thanos' army as Thanos slowly approached. But as always, my friends, I want to hear your thoughts on this, and what are your thoughts on this alternate version of Black Widow's death? And are you with me and like the version that we saw, or would you have liked to see Thanos on Vormir again? Again, be sure to check out the Avengers Endgame merch page for sales from 30 to 60% off using my link in the description down below. Again, the Infinity War Hot Toy giveaway is also coming to a close soon, so be sure to enter that. The rules for that are as follows. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell me in the comments below which Infinity Stone, in your opinion, is the most powerful. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button to assemble and join our team, and have a great day.